What do you kind of envision building up to with Dirk in terms of how many minutes you want him playing and kind of the role once he's out of this training camp mode and in a full groove?
Just to be able to play consistent minutes with the second unit, and with the ultimate hope that he could build up, his base, to be able to play as many minutes as necessary. It's admittedly it's a much different situation. I mean, this guy that one of the top 10 or 15 players of all time, and is now coming off the bench. I mean, it's not normal. It's very unique. We knew things were headed this direction in the off season. He and I talked about it, made it public early on, and then, with the delay with the recovery, it's just put an extra challenge on it. But he's doing better every day. That's pretty obvious. So it's good.
Has it been weird for you to have to get used to having this guy not being in your starting lineup?
Yeah, I mean, it's not a normal situation, but there are very few players of his magnitude, historic significance that would even be willing to talk about coming off the bench at this stage, especially being with the same team for 21 years. So that's where he's probably more unique than anybody I've ever been around. Just puts the team first all the time. And the thing that's been the hardest was, the first few games when it was really just trying to get going. But he's done a great job. His teammates have been there for him. Everybody's been there for him. And he's pushing through.
I know Maxie, the vast majority of his minutes this year have been at the 4. What do you think of him and Dirk together when you see those, I guess, 4 or 5, one offense, defense, could be flipped, but when those two are together, what have you thought of that pairing?
Well, it's a pairing that certainly works on paper. We started those guys together a lot last year. And the big challenge is we got to get somebody in there with Dirk that can guard the 4 men, who are much smaller, quicker, and everything else now. So, and that's certainly no secret. So, either Powell or Kleber can do that. Finney-Smith can do it. Barnes can do it. So, but that's just part of the story. It's just it's just a unique situation. But I tell you what, he's making real significant progress, especially in the last week.
Paul George is having his best season statistically, and then of course have a MVP caliber point guard. What is the biggest issues you guys face defensively going up against that duo of Russ and Paul?
Well, really, if you look at George's year and Westbrook's history and annual, yearly perennial status, they have 2 MVP candidates. I mean, you got to put George up there somewhere with the way he's playing. And they're a team in the up in the top part of the West. So those guys are a huge challenge, and along with the rebounding. I mean, we got out rebounded by 15 last game against these guys. They had 26 offensive rebounds, and we can't survive another night like that of 26 extra possessions. So, we struggled 2 nights ago in New Orleans with rebounding. We spent time yesterday looking at things that happened and drilling things best we could, on a day between games. And we got to rebound better. I mean, and everybody's got to get involved. Whether you're the point guard or the 5-man, I mean, everybody's got to get in there.
Because you've been one of the best defensive rebounding teams percentage-wise in the league all year, did that slippage that was as pronounced as it was the other night surprise you, given your proficiency at it throughout the course of the season?
Well, look, there are certain teams that come at you with great rebounders. You know, Randall and Davis are two of the very best in the game, so they're capable of that kind of night. Plus, you're doing some double teaming and getting in rotation, which makes it more challenging. But yeah, look, I mean, I don't think I'm ever shocked at anything that happens in an NBA game, you know, because it's such a dynamic set of events, and there are thousands of them. But we've got to take the challenge tonight. I mean, it's a physical challenge. It's guys coming at you every time down. You know, Grant is a great rebounder, and Adams is just killing people in there. You know, they have a lot of guys from the perimeter that crash, and so, you know, and look, with all the threes that are being shot now, you know, the balls that are bouncing out to the free throw line area, you know, those are the ones we got to scoop up.
What's made JJ so effective against the Thunder in the past few seasons, particularly the last game where he really got going at the end of that, middle into that first quarter?
Well, you know, he plays an aggressive style game, and you know, I watched our last game, and you know, he did a lot of great things attacking and getting guys, you know, involved and stuff like that. But he fought his butt off on defense too, you know. And that night it was mostly Schroeder and Felton. And Felton, you know, as we know, is still a premier penetrator in the league. So, you know, he's got a lot of experience playing these guys, and so on and so forth. And he's aggressive, and he's got to stay aggressive again tonight.